Well, hello, all my amazing Aries friends. My name is Libra Empress, and we're going to be discussing your April 24th tarot. Now, remember that this is a general reading, and this is for yours as well as for my entertainment. And also, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. That way, you'll always be up to date with the content that I produce, and you'll be a part of our family, alright? Now, let's get going on this, shall we? I have one card for your past, one card for your present, and one card for your future. That's 3 cards. Then, you've got 3 clarifier cards for each energy. And then when we get done, we're going to discuss a recap of all this reading, alright? Now, but let's definitely get into this. Oh, and I already pre-shuffled, so if you're wondering, it's been pre-shuffled to save time. Now, my beautiful Aries, your past energy is the 4 of Wands. I don't know if you can see that alright. This card signifies reward, prosperity, and celebrations. Take a load off, my friend. The 4 of Wands gives you permission to attend a celebration with family and friends, or invade a celebration and eat your family and friends. Now, the plans you've made are set in motion. This is a time to rest up for the challenges ahead. Now, that was your past energy. This is your first clarifier for that. It's called the 6 of Hazards. Generosity, favors, and rewards. Now, Aries, gifts are coming your way, but be wary of any strings that might be attached. Someone may be trying to buy your love or allegiance. Read the fine print before accepting assistance from others. Are they looking out for your own interests, or do they expect something in return? Clarifier 2, 3 of Hazards. Recognition, hard work, and skill. Now, Aries, you've mastered one phase of your chosen career, and you're looking forward to the challenges of the next. The praise you receive makes you work harder than before. Use it as inspiration as you work your way towards your goal. Expect a nod from those higher up the food chain, but not much than a grunt from those below. You cannot impress everybody, alright? And plus, you shouldn't have to impress anybody unless it's yourself. Just like you shouldn't compete against anyone unless it's yourself. Okay? Now, your third clarifier is the 3 of Swords. Oh no, jealousy rears its ugly head. Now, this card represents heartache, jealousy, and loss. Now it does. It rears its ugly head in the wake of a zombie apocalypse. You don't want anyone to take the phrase, eat your heart out, literally. The 3 of Swords is a sign of trouble, turmoil, and triangles in love, marriage, or close relationships. Take a moment to catch your breath. Though release your rage over a painful situation may feel awesome in the moment, the consequences could come back to bite you. It's just like the Ace of Swords, right? It's double-edged. And you don't want that to be the case there. Now this signifies it's a third party, okay? It could be you and 2 people, or you, your significant other, and another person that's on their side, right? Or it could be a family member invading your relationship, trying to pull you apart, be it if it's on your side or their side, okay? Or it could be like a vice, how do I explain this? It could be like an addiction, either to video games, porn, or drugs of some sort, right? Something that's pulling you guys apart, and you feel betrayed of some sort. Now, your present energy is the Hermit. Solitude, respite, and self-reliance. That's you on the couch, okay, Aries? We need some time to ourselves. Just because you, Aries, hear the undead knocking doesn't mean you have to open that door. Oh no, it doesn't. A much-needed break needs to help you recharge before heading back out to the ruckus of the zombie apocalypse. Take a few minutes or a few deep breaths before you open that door. What's that smell? The odor of power, my friend? And the pile of corpses in the backyard. So you're very overwhelmed currently, right? First clarifier is the 7 of Wands. Challenges, competition, and persistence. Now, Aries, the 7 of Wands finds you on the defensive. You're holding your ground against the advancing horde and standing up for your own ideas. Challenges help to refine your beliefs and make them stronger. Don't let anyone say you're not entitled to a fresh cadaver. You've earned this meal, and you should defend it from anyone who might try to steal it. So someone's trying to steal something from you, or you feel like they are. Second clarifier is the Emperor. You are an emperor. a leader, you're full of control, and you're able to bring order out of chaos, alright? Yeah, I like him. Viewing every obstacle as a challenge, the Emperor uses logic and common sense to counteract the chaos raging outside the abandoned house that you're holed up in. He may represent an older male in your life or an authority figure whose guidance and protection that you contend or counted on when others are literally losing their heads. You know, when I say Emperor, I'm going for energy, not so much for what type of genitals you have, okay? You know, what sex you are. It's more of like, because everybody has a yin and yang, like a male and female energy within them. So they're talking about your energy here. Alright, the third clarifier to this is the Five of Cups. Loss, sadness, and grief. All seems lost, the mood is black, things aren't going as you'd hoped, and you're faced with utter disappointment and cursing your mouth-watering limbs for tempting the zombie horde. Obsessing over the past can cause only pain. Turn that frown upside down and look to the future free of disgusting walking corpses. Now, if you, Aries, grieve too long, your sorrow may swallow you up, okay? Let's talk about your future energy. Future's not set in stone. You have a choice. You were given free will. Alright? This is the Nine of Wands. This is your future energy. Completion of tasks, willpower, and persistence. You kept pushing through. Now, Aries, you're the gift that keeps on giving, and you don't know when to quit. Your steadfast devotion, obsession to completing a task does credit to the zombie mantra for brains. Now, while you may be weary at the end of the day, your satisfaction comes from doing a job well done and sucking the eyeballs off of your fingertips. I just think of Robin Hood Men in Tights, where the king goes, the pretend king, I think it's John, I don't know, anyway, he goes to his healer, and she's got like a bowl or a plate of like, I don't know, it comes from a magic pot, but I remember seeing eyeballs and stuff in it, and him eating it and going, ooh, crunchy. And she's got like this huge crush on the sheriff of Nottingham. It's a good show if you have ever seen it. It's Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's a 90s movie. Mel Brooks directed it. Alright, your first clarifier for your future energy is the Two of Wands. Choices, crossroads, and decisions. Now, a decision needs to be made, Aries. Do you chase after the bums living down by the waterfront or go after small children on the playground? Both seem like easy pickings, and it's possible that neither choice is wrong. What's more important is that you make a decision, any decision soon. You're starting to mold. Now your clarifier 2. Eight of Wands. Travel, expansion, and on the move. Faster than you can say, well, almost anything, since you've lost your tongue. You've been presented with new opportunity. Travel is imminent. So choose a path to stagger along and enjoy the occasional human morsel as you go. If you take charge, others will follow your lead. Now, Aries, trust your inner zombie and roll with it. Good news is coming. Brace yourself for awesome, okay? Your third clarifier is the Four of Swords. Retreat, rest, and recovery. You're still not done with being hermit, though. It's time to rest. If you can't find an abandoned house, consider taking shelter in your local shopping mall. The Four of Swords represents brief but necessary break from the action while you regroup and plan your next wave of attack on an issue. This time out card is telling you to relax and contemplate the universe, so you can emerge revitalized and live to fight another day. Alright. Let's recap real quick, alright? So your past says that, you know, you're celebrating, very full of prosperity, and you've gained rewards. I mean, you've gotten so far. Then the first clarifier, which is Six of Hazards, says that you still are doing rewards, you're getting favors done, and you're depending on generosity, but you're not sure if it's a manipulative generosity, right? If there's strings attached. But ultimately, you've got the Three of Hazards, which means that you've got recognition and you're still working hard, but you're gaining skills. And your last one is that you ran into you thought everything was good and kosher, but you ended up in a third party, which kind of was a shock to you, right? You couldn't believe. You're like, what a dick bag. It's not a real saying, I just made it up. but you can use it, okay? You just feel like there's a lot of heartache and jealousy going through you and loss, and you're in awe at how the fuck everything just kind of fell apart back then. But then what you're feeling right now is solitude, respite, and self-reliance because you're in hermit mode. That third party bullshit threw you into hermit mode where you shut down. And I mean, it's such a challenge because, man, you have to compete with yourself and everybody's trying to take what's yours, and you're just like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But yet you come out of this knowing that you were persistent, and you come out as a leader. You're very controlled, and you're bringing order out of chaos, trying to put your thoughts together, trying to move on, but yet deep down inside you're feeling loss, sadness, and grief. Maybe you lost a loved one, or maybe it's of that past relationship that you're just kind of still heartbroken over, right? Now you have completed some tasks, and you have the willpower, and you have continued your persistence through your goals. And but you've got to make a choice if you want to stay where you're at in your energy or move forward. You've got decisions, crossroads to cross, you know. And then ultimately, you know, once you get going, you start to travel, and your business is expansion, and you're on the move. You're like, you won't stop for nobody. But ultimately, you'll get a little bit tired with all the chaos, and you'll end up having to be in the Four of Swords mode where you're just retreating, resting, and recovery. And this is just a mini rest compared to the Hermit card, okay? Which means that you're not going full hermit and saying fuck you later, alligator. You're just saying, ooh, I need a breather. I need to regallop all my thoughts. I need to man, how do you think about what my next goal is and how I'm going to complete it without burning myself out completely? So that's where you're at right now, or your future is going to be at, okay? Now, I love you. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Know that you're going to have a great day today, okay? Love you, Aries. Bye.